There is no one greater than Jesus Christ of Nazareth ever to exist on the face of this planet. I belong to that Jesus. I fear no one, and I fear nothing. Understand?
So, no video yesterday, I know. I was playing Satisfactory. And you tend to lose track of time in that game, and I looked over and it was like 10:30, and I was like, fuck. So, no video yesterday. And I almost didn't do a video today because I've been sleeving cards and watching Die Hard all day. And I look over and it's 10:27. And I'm like, fuck. But make a video today. Won't be long, but who knows? Yeah. I was watching a video today with Dinesh D'Souza, who's a guy I really like. I really like Dinesh. I like the Hillary Clinton's America. I thought that was a really good movie. I never saw any of his other movies. I want to see his new movie, The Dragon's Curse or whatever the fuck it is. I want to see that shit really bad because, as you all know, I have had quite a religious awakening like a year ago. So I've become quite religious and reading my Bible and everything, right? I think I'm still in Proverbs. Going through it from the beginning. Very interesting experience. I have to tell you all about it sometime when I finish. But I was watching this interview with Dinesh, and he's talking about why Tucker and Candace have lost their fucking minds, right? And this whole Nick Fuentes thing and all this shit. And he's like, I have some practical things that I could say might be going on that could be causing all this, and I've got some spiritual things that I say might be going on to cause all of this. And I was like, because I've been talking about this for a while, and this was also a big part of my religious reawakening. Yeah, I think so. Because, look, Tucker used to be a guest on this show all the time. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Tucker is the only other human being that had his own intro on this fucking channel other than me. Me and all my intros, and then there was Tucker and his intro. I love Tucker. I always thought Candace Owens was a piece of shit. But I've been listening to interviews with people who knew Candace, know Candace personally and everything. And they're like, I'm listening to interviews with people that know Tucker personally, like Dinesh. And he's like, I don't know where the fuck this came from. And he's like, I think it's the devil. And I'm like, yeah, I think so too. I don't think that it's a conspiracy, nor do I think that it's a coincidence that all of a sudden everybody goes fucking insane. That Obama was called essentially Black Jesus for fucking 10 years. Everybody act like he was the second coming. That was like a big thing back in that time. For those of you who weren't alive back then and don't fucking remember, or those of you who were alive back then and you didn't fucking follow politics, everybody was talking about him and saying that he was Jesus. And I was like, that man ain't Black Jesus. Black Jesus is Michael Jordan. Black Jesus has always been Michael Jordan, but whatever. It's Michael Jordan. Fuck off. But nevertheless, and ever since Obama, everything's been fucking retarded. Right? Because Obama left office in 2017. And who entered office in 2017? Donald Trump. Ever since then, it's been fucking insane. And no, I don't think that there was a conspiracy or an effort to rig the election in 2020. I don't believe that. However, I do believe that there was a large amount of people who just up and decided to start fucking with shit. I don't think that there's a grand conspiracy that brought about the feminist insanity, and on top of it, the transgender insanity, and on top of it, all the other fucking insanity, and on top of it, all the non-binary insanity, and on top of it, all the fucking gay insanity, and on top of it, all this black insanity, and on top of it, all this other, all this fucking insanity, all this Marxism, communism, socialism, all this shit. It all started after Obama. And I don't think that all of these people, thousands and millions of people, 60, 70 million people in this country all got together and up and colluded to fuck us all. But I do believe that long ago, and I don't fucking care, 6,000 years, bajillion years, 50 quadrillion years, however fucking long you want to say this earth is, right? And I gotta tell you, space science, planetary shit is changing daily. That James Webb telescope is a motherfucker. It is changing our understanding of this universe. There's that to consider, right? Whatever. These people say this, it's very compelling. These people say this, very compelling. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. But at some point, Lucifer fell and took 200 angels with him. Or 200 angels altogether. Not entirely sure on that. They fell to earth. There are evil, dark forces in this world. I believe. Like this, I get it. This is like my Candace Owens thing. This is my fucking dinosaurs are fake. It's a Jewish plot. This is my insanity. I believe in evil. Like I believe that evil exists. I believe that the Islamic faith is largely based in evil. It didn't start that way. It started as like a Timo Christianity. Because Muhammad wanted to be the head of a fucking religion. And then when it was rejected by the Hebrews, it turned into kill the infidels. It turned into Hamas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, all these fucking groups. That's what it turned into. I think that there are evil forces in this world, and I think they influence us. I think they whisper to us. I think they give us urges and desires that are not good. I think they make us murderous. I think evil forces are what made a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old torture and rape a 5-year-old. I don't think it was video games. I don't think that it was TV shows. I don't even think it was entirely bad parenting. I think it was evil fucking forces. And I think they influence us. And they make us do things that we normally wouldn't do. Look at every fucking Democrat. How they've changed over the years. Look at all the fucking ex-posts of Nancy Pelosi talking about how we need to get rid of these fucking illegal immigrants. Of Hillary Clinton talking about how we need to get rid of these fucking illegal immigrants. All that shit. Bill Clinton. Obama. They call him the deporter-in-chief because they cooked the fucking numbers. It's all fucking evil. They've all changed because they're evil. They have no principles. They don't care. Whatever it is in the moment that gets me power so that I can do what I really want to do. Hillary Clinton talked about that shit too. Oh, well, there's public politics and then there's private politics. You You say all the public politics bullshit, and then when you get elected, you do your private politics bullshit. It's evil. Like, that's evil. That's lying. It's evil. It's bad. There's a commandment for that. Right? Right? So, but yeah, I'm sure she colluded with Bill Clinton to come up with that fucking idea or whatever, or her whole little staff of people and whatever, but it's still evil. Like, at the heart of it, it's evil. We need to believe in evil again. Evil for evil's sake. Evil because it is. Evil because we are so close to everything sinful in the world, and it's just constantly thrown in our face. Why do you think we are constantly inundated with titties, titties, titties? Why do you think Twitch has devolved into what it has become? A place where a guy talks about the streets running red with blood in Minecraft. Sure, to be fair, in Minecraft, but nevertheless, in fucking the real world. Damn it. You think he's doing that just because he's a dickhead? Yeah, because he's evil. Because there is an evil force that is telling him to do fucked shit. The guy that ran up and grabbed Immanuel. It's evil. That's lust. Obsession. Jealousy. Pride. Pride. And what has pride become? People fucking in the streets. Gay people telling straight people, don't take your kids here. It's bad. Bad things happen there. Don't take your kids to the pride. Because it's pride. And what do they use as their symbol? The rainbow. Does that have biblical significance? You sure fucking bet it does. The rainbow is a symbol of the covenant between man and God, that he will not flood us to death again. Right? We all remember our token. Evil doesn't create. It just twists what already exists. Everybody remember the story about, what was it, Satan Con or whatever the fuck it was? Where all of the Satanists got together to do a convention, and they all had little lectures about how wonderful the leftist ideology was. Do you want to follow the ideology that is well supported by Satanists? People voted in a man who said openly that it's a good idea to kill your opposition, to hurt them, to make them change their politics. These are the anti-fascists. These are the people who don't want kings, that don't like fascism. Right? That's these people that say, well, if you hurt your opponents enough, they'll change their politics. Or die. You know, well, either's good. That motherfucker now holds office. Can't wait to see how that goes. Fucking Mamdani. I mean, shit, man. Luigi Mangione. And all of the joy over that and support. Charlie Kirk. Do you think that all of those people got together in some private Discord chat and said, hey, tomorrow we're all going to make videos laughing about Charlie Kirk? Do you want to do that too? Sure, sounds great. No, they all did it separately, independently of each other, because it's evil. Because there's evil that exists in the world. Donald Trump stops 8 wars, doesn't win the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, because, I mean, to be fair, he hasn't stopped the Ukraine-Russia war. And that's the only fucking war we really care about. Which is funny because Israel controls this country. So that's why we've spent how much more money on Ukraine, Russia than Israel? We are constantly railing against the fucking Israelites. Like, everybody is so fuck the Jews right now, and you wonder why our politicians are supporting our ally. Our ally that's doing great, wonderful things in other places in the world that we don't have to fucking deal with because of it. Again, I have to remind everybody, if October 7th would have happened, and if it would have been cartels from Mexico parachuting into Bonnaroo, raping, murdering, torturing, filming it, putting it online, and then going into suburban communities around the place and just slaughtering them wholesale, kidnapping 250 fucking people or however many it was, and taking them across the border into Mexico, what do you think we would have done? There would have been a hell of a lot more civilian death as we utterly fucking sink Mexico into the ocean. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Israel's the bad guy? Why? Because they pay politicians? Who doesn't? Who doesn't pay politicians? We have lobbyists, and what do? They pay politicians. We allow these people to be corrupt. We allow lobbyists to pay them. It's legal. Maybe we should change that. Cross-board. But, of course, that would have to be voted in by our government. So we live with it because that's what we fucking got. And we hope that we vote for the people who have both public and private politics that equal out to be the same. Like Donald Trump. In my lifetime, Donald Trump is the only president that has, for the most part, done pretty much everything he said he was going to do. You know how many presidents in my lifetime have told me that they're going to deal with the border problem? And then we get Donald Trump, and look. And what happens? Hundreds of thousands of people get together on a Discord chat and they all discuss with each other how they're going to rise up and fucking start riots. No, didn't happen that way. Everybody just start doing it. Because it's evil. Now, I'm not saying that Candace Owens is evil. I'm saying what she's doing is evil. I believe in forgiveness and redemption and all of that sort of thing. I'm a Christian. It's what we do. So, you know, I don't think that Tucker or Candace are so far gone they can't come back. But I think they want to, you know, they're going to have to want to stop doing evil before it's going to happen. Like, that's part of it too. You're going to do evil things. You're going to sin. It happens. But, you know, I got angry at somebody in front of me and screamed at him in my car and called him all sorts of nasty things. That's very bad. That's sinful. And that's the kind of sin that I try to stick to, right? Encouraging a generation of people to hate the fucking Jews is a slightly worse thing. And why, man? Like, why the fuck do we care about Israel anymore? Didn't everybody get the news? The hostages were released. Who fucking cares from here on out? They kill each other off all they fucking want now. Because that's what they always do. Shit ain't gonna change. Everybody around Israel's gonna go back to bombing the shit out of Israel, and Israel's gonna go back to going, fuck, and then everybody everywhere else is gonna be like, fuck the Jews, and that's we're gonna go back to status quo. Why is everybody still so fucking concerned about fucking Israel? Because Nick Fuentes did an interview with Tucker Carlson. I listened half-assedly to Asmongold watch it. I listened to it while I was getting ready for work and driving to work. And, you know, some of the things that he said, I was like, yeah, alright. And a lot of the stuff he said, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Like, it seemed like so much fucking nothing. Like, Tucker Carlson interviews these days have turned into so much fucking nothing. Like, it all, like, you remember when, who was she playing with? Oh, it was fucking Tampon Tim and AOC were playing Madden. Like, that was the way that the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes interview kind of, like, came off to me. Very constructed. Pre-planned. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying both of them were just kind of just shit. The interview, like, everything seemed so rehearsed. Like, Tucker interviewing people nowadays, I thought you were Satan, and you seem like a pretty nice kid. Like, dude, it came off so fake and staged to me. Again, whether it is or not, that's the way it came off. So if you didn't do it, didn't work. You know, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. But like, it was bad. I hardly paid attention to it. Like I said, I was getting ready for work, getting dressed, and driving to work. I hardly paid attention to the fucking thing. Because none of it sounded worth listening to, really. Like, paying all that much attention to it. The only thing that really stood out is when Nick Fuentes is like, or Tucker asked him why he wasn't married. And Nick was like, well, you know, a lot of it's the quality of women these days. And I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That was the only part that I thought was memorable. All the rest of it, I don't remember them talking about Hitler and all that stuff. But apparently Nick Fuentes thinks Hitler's a grand guy. And I was like, well, you know, the trains were on time. But, yeah, like, I don't know, man. Why the fuck are we still talking about Israel? Like, the hostages were released. Now everything goes back to the way it was. Everybody fucking bombing them all the time, and then get the Iron Dome, and they bitch and complain and buy politicians, and the politicians go, I support Israel. And everybody goes, they support Israel. Like, I do, like, it does fucking bug me that they're out there going, hey, do you support Israel or United States more? Like, I don't think Israel's going to be all that upset if you say, yeah, I support the country that I fucking represent more than the country I don't. Like, I don't know what the problem is there. I think they're just retarded. I think they're retarded old people. And other than Kennedy, we need to get rid of them all. And not Robert Kennedy, the whatever the fuck Kennedy, the funny foghorn leghorn guy. I like him. We keep him. All the rest of them gotta go. I think we're at that point now. I do agree with Asmongold that it is ridiculous that we still have representation from people that don't understand computers 20 years ago, let alone where we're at now, and let alone where we're fucking going. Like, yeah, I agree. Everybody needs primary. All the old people need to kick the fuck out. But I'm terrified of the left coming up, man. And like the funny thing to me is they're calling this all this grand wins that they had the other day. Oh, it's a blue wave. We're totally taking the midterms, and I'm like, because New York and New Jersey elected Democrats. Because Virginia elected a Democrat that wants to kill Republicans. None of these things surprised me. I was like, yeah, of course they're all going to win. Stupid states full of stupid cities full of stupid people. So whatever, yeah, a big win, guys. You won all the shit that you had before, and there was no fucking way you were going to lose, because you're like plus 10 in all of these places. So that's a big win, guys. Suck it up. Live it up while you got it, because I don't think we're getting a blue wave in the midterms. Just call me fucking crazy. But, yeah. But who knows? Who fucking knows? Every day I see news about how Donald Trump's approval rating is just tanking. And I'm like, well, every metric that I have to judge it by pretty much looks like he's got about 90% plus support. You know, like a lot of the shit he's doing. In fact, most people don't think he's harsh enough. People want blood, man. Everybody's getting pissed off at each other. Because there's evil in the world.